Okay, good evening or good morning, everyone. My name is David, and I'll be your host for today. So, I hope all of you are having a good day so far. So, today, most probably, I will be doing some bug fixing. So, it might seem boring to some of you. Okay, so let me start up Unity. Okay, so if you missed the last session, okay, basically what I did for the last session is I added the stars to appear on the stage. Okay, so as you can see here, the stars will appear on the stage. Randomly. Okay, but as you notice, some of the platforms are not reachable once you drop off them. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, as you can see, every time you enter a new stage, the platforms are randomly placed. Okay. Okay, so sometimes you might get situations such as this where you cannot get to the floor. Okay, so as you can see, another bug here is that sometimes the star will spawn in between platforms. So good morning, Devon, and welcome to the channel. Okay, so today we will fix some of the bugs in the game. Okay, so as you can see, sometimes the platform is unreachable. Okay, so that is also one of the bugs that we will have to fix today. So another bug is when the platforms are randomly placed, you get situations such as a platform that is within jumping height from the floor, but another platform is blocking it. Okay, like this. Okay, so let's fix that first by going to our platform manager. Okay, waiting for it to load. Okay, so it is loading now. Okay, so now that we are in the code editor, let's fix that situation that we saw just now. Okay, so over here we can see if the platform can be jumped onto from the floor. We check to make sure that there isn't another platform directly above it, which will block the character jumping onto it. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, first we have to go through all the points where all the location where all the platforms are. Okay, so when we go through all the locations, for each location or for each point, we will check to see if it is directly above the point which we are checking for. So if it is directly above, the x-axis should be more or less the same. So we check for the x-axis instead. If checkpoint.x is greater than previous point.x and checkpoint.x minus previous point.x is less than, let's say, 0.1. Okay, this is if the point we are checking for is bigger than the current point that we are checking through the loop, or if the checkpoint is on the left of this previous point, we reverse the subtraction. Okay, we will say that it is not reachable. Okay, if it's not reachable, we will okay, we can just return false right away. So return true here and return false here. Okay, so we do not need this anymore. And now we call this method to check if the platform, if a certain platform can be reachable from the bottom floor. Okay. Okay, we check it here. So if it's not the last platform, we check to see if we have created a platform that is reachable from the floor and not blocked by a platform above it. Okay, so now let's try and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, it still creates platforms that are blocking it, and that is because we are creating bottom platforms or platforms that are at the lowest level above the floor. Okay, as you can see here, we created the bottom platforms that are above the floor, but we did not create them to be apart from another platform. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, to make sure that what we did just now works, let's do some debugging. Let's create some debugging message. If bottom platform created. Okay, even though the platforms are randomly placed, or rather the tiles are randomly placed to form the random platforms and eventually the stage. Okay, what I'm doing here is also to make sure that there are at least 2 platforms that are reachable from the floor. Okay, so as you can see here, we did not create the bottom platforms from here. Instead, it created from here and here. Okay, left, right to move, Z to jump. Okay, so let's create the two bottom platforms that are not blocked by another platform that is directly above it. Okay, so over here, or rather let's create a new method to do so. Okay, and we will return a location. Okay, and we call it get point reachable from floor. Okay, so this method will be called to get a point that is not blocked by another platform directly above it. Directly above and too close to it. Okay, so as usual we have to go through all of the points, or all the points where the tiles are at. Okay, go through all of the points, locations where the tiles are at. Okay, so if the point we are checking for okay, and we also need to do this within a do while loop, so that we can keep doing this until we get a point that we are satisfied with. Okay, if point reachable equals to false. Okay, we initialize a boolean and we make sure that it is reset every time this is gone through. Wow, and we keep on doing this while the point is not reachable. Okay, and we create a new vector to store the location for the point we are checking for, and at the end of this method we will return the return point. Okay, so now let's go into the real checking. Okay, if this point, or rather if return point dot x or rather let's just get the difference right away. Float difference equals to return point dot x minus previous point dot x. Okay, this will be the difference in their x-axis. Okay, and if it's negative, we make it positive by multiplying it by -1. Okay, and so if the difference is less than maybe 0.3, let's start with 0.5. We say that if point reachable equals to false. Okay, but we can also have two platforms that are directly on the same axis, but their difference in their y-axis is very huge. Okay, so we will have to get the difference in their y-axis as well. Okay, so let's do that. If difference y less than 0, difference y times equals to -1, making them positive if the subtracted result is negative. Okay, so we say if they are at around the same x-axis, and if their difference in their y-axis is also close to each other, okay, we say that they are too close to each other, and thus making the point we are checking for not reachable from the floor. Okay, and we can break this inner loop right away. Okay, so if the point is not reachable, we change it slightly. Okay, so if it is not reachable, okay, the float difference x equals to 0.0, difference y equals to 0.0. Okay, so that we can use this here. Okay, so if it is not reachable, this loop will be broken and it will come to here. Okay, so if it is here, we will say return point equals to new vector return point dot x plus okay, we will randomly decide to add or subtract the increment.